one of the big design flaws in the Anet A8 printer is not the material that they use, it's just that they haven't compensated for the material they have used. The plastic acrylic is well cut, well made, highly versatile, looks good and is cheap. That's why you can buy the printer for $210 like I did. They've got some design flaws. Is they use the finger locking idea with one little 1/8 screw. Cut away, and fit in. Now if you want a rigid body, first thing you should do is buy yourself some Perspex glue, some acrylic glue. So when you assemble it, all the joint holes are full with glue. You got to have tolerances so these pegs will fit in the square holes, but they can move. And there's only a tiny little screw holding it together. So assemble it, get it all square, then put in your glue, and that will improve it greatly. Unfortunately, Perspex glue is expensive. I haven't got any, so I can't recommend any personally. So if some of you've used it, just put a comment below and pass that on. But then the trouble with the design, like with this center bracket, put it there, you can see quite loose, quite weak. And they've got these large cutouts. And these particular cutouts here are the reason why you need to mount the whole printer on a board, the whole printer, and I'll show you why. Every time people move the printer, it comes out of alignment. These are your ball thread. As you can see here, plenty of slop in the hole. So when you lift up the printer, there's the 3 sections. You've got one sloppy hole, another sloppy hole, and only half a hole. So when you pick up the printer from the front, it actually pulls that up. Perspex, you tighten it up so you haven't got it bolted to a 1,000-foot ton. So it can move. But what's worse than that is that these washers fit on there, but they're only gripping half. So what happens is when you lift up, this actually lifts up, flexes, but then doesn't go down. So the whole base flexes when you lift it up and then doesn't come back flat. So if you're having trouble, that is a reason why. So how do you fix it? You can mount it to the board, but how? You make up yourself some angle brackets. These are 1.6mm, 1/16 of an inch. That was just some bracket I got off an old machine. So look in your old PC and you might see a bit of angled steel or anything there you can use. The height is 22.63mm from there to there. So how does it work? You got several self-tappers. I'll unscrew this. They fit on there. So you make up 6. One for that hole on the inside, one for that hole on the inside, one for the front bracket, another one for the front bracket, and for these. Now they've got these cutouts, and I've put on the carriage, the table carriage, and this clearance. You may have to just put one little chamfer. These are 32mm high, 25mm wide. The hole is in the centre for those 4, 10mm for the edge ones. That's just to cover the radius. You assemble, put these in, put them together, put them through all your brackets. This is on the inside, so all those. Then you screw one down, screw another one down to the board. Then the table, when you lift up the front, it will not move. When you lift up the back, it will not move. But I recommend putting a handle front and back on the board. Lift the board up by those handles. Make those, fit them, and you won't have any trouble. I'll add a photo of it finished here so you can see what it looks like when it's all assembled. If you've enjoyed this video, tell your friends and subscribe. If you haven't, tell me. And as always, thanks for watching.